this next series of screencasts, we'll be looking at the logical structures that we can make inside of Excel. Now, logical structures are where we want to make a decision inside of our algorithm or inside of our process. And if we can actually make decisions inside of this process, we can solve a lot more different types of problems. So this usually boils down to an if statement. So there's a function called if. So if we type equals if, it says check whether a condition is met and returns one value if true and another value if false. So if we just look at this, the description first, and let's decide where we want to go from there. So checks whether a condition is met and if that condition is true and if that condition is false. So what we first need to do is establish what a condition is, and we also have to understand that true and false are values. So we'll start with true and false. We can see if we type equals true, it says returns the logical value true. And if we just press enter, we can see that it's not text, it's a special value, because if we just type something like text, it stays left aligned by default. So true is a special value. Okay, it means logical true. Similarly, we have a false value, and which is also not text. So now that we know that we have a true and false, what conditions can we make to get true and false? So if we start with an equal sign, and looking for a maths example, we might have that is 4 less than 5. So we know this is true because 4 is definitely less than 5. And when we press enter, the result of this little expression is actually true. So these are known as relational operators. So the less than sign is called a relational operator. And it just means that it evaluates this relational operation and returns a true or false value. So tying this back in with our if statement is if we type equals if, and we need a logical test, a value of true and a value of false. Now we need one of the true or false, we don't need both. But let's just start with if 4 is less than 5, which we know is true. This is what's going to come out if that's true. So let's say 4 is less than 5. And this value won't be shown. So from this, we know that if 4 is less than 5, that's true. So it will, this if statement will return the value if true. Alright, so the second value won't be used because this statement is true. So 4 is less than 5, and that's what we had. Now if we change this value to a 6, we now get this value won't be shown because this is now false. Alright. So all that the if statement is that inside of this logical test, like we do a logical test, and if that's true, we get this output, but if this logical test is false, then we get this output. So what other relational operators that we have? So I showed you less than, so just do another one. 1 is less than 2, which is true. We can have 1 greater than 2, which will be false. So less than and greater than are obvious ones. We can have an equals. So 3 equals 4. It's false because 3 does not equal 4. And we can have a not equals. So 3 does not equals. So a not equals is a less than sign than a greater than sign. So 3 does not equal 4, so that's true. And we can have less than or equal to, so less than or equal to. So 3 is less than or equal to 4, which is true. And if we change this one to 4, it still stays true. Similarly, we can do greater than or equal to, so 3 is greater than or equal to 4, which will be false. So those are our basic relational operations. So using any number of these inside of an if statement lets you make a decision. So let's start adding some cell references into there. So put age in there and drink with a question mark. So if someone is 18, they can drink. So let's put our if statement here. So if we got if this value is greater than or equal to 18, can drink. The bar is false is can't drink. Alright. So if this value is greater than 18, we can drink, otherwise we can't drink. So this person can drink. Let's copy the numbers down as well. So if we change one of these to say 15, that person can't. The person at 0 can't drink. The person that is 80 can drink, and so on and so forth. So with our little if statement, we can make a decision of what we want to display in this cell based on a certain condition. So that's a very useful tool, and it's a very useful tool, and its use greatly increases the amount of problems that we can solve. So as soon as we can start making decisions, we can actually solve a lot of different problems. All right. So I'll leave this video here for now and join you in the next one.